the skies are a little less friendly these days. Canada has taken the drastic step of boycotting all flights from the United States. This decision has sent shockwaves through the aviation industry. It has left many wondering about the future of travel between these two close neighbors. This boycott is unprecedented. It highlights the strained relationship between the two countries. Empty airports and grounded planes are the new reality. This situation has left travelers stranded and businesses scrambling. The impact is immediate and far-reaching. The once bustling air routes between the U.S. and Canada are eerily quiet. This serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the fragility of international relations. The economic fallout from the boycott is significant. The aviation sector is reeling from the sudden drop in air travel. Thousands of flights have been canceled, resulting in substantial financial losses for airlines. The impact extends far beyond the airlines themselves. Airports are experiencing a sharp decline in revenue. Businesses that rely on tourism, such as hotels and restaurants, are struggling to stay afloat. The livelihoods of nearly 280,000 American workers are at stake. These workers include pilots, flight attendants, baggage handlers, and airport staff. Many are facing layoffs or reduced hours as a direct result of the boycott. The situation is dire, and the economic pain is being felt across the country. The boycott serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our economies and the importance of strong international relations. Canada's decision to boycott U.S. flights did not happen overnight. It is the result of a complex and evolving situation that has been brewing for some time. It stems from a series of disagreements and policy clashes between the two countries, which have been escalating over the past few years. One major point of contention is trade. The economic relationship between the two nations has been strained by various trade policies. Canada has expressed concerns about U.S. trade policies, which they perceive as unfair and harmful to their economy. These policies have impacted Canadian businesses and workers. These concerns have led to tariffs and trade disputes, creating tension between the two nations. The ongoing trade wars have only exacerbated the situation. Another significant factor is the environment. Environmental issues have always been a point of contention. Canada has criticized the U.S. for its environmental policies, particularly its stance on climate change. They believe that the U.S. is not taking sufficient action. They argue that the U.S. is not doing enough to address this global issue, and that its inaction has negative consequences for Canada. The environmental impact is felt across borders. Furthermore, Canada has raised concerns about security and immigration. These issues have become increasingly prominent in recent years. They have implemented stricter border control measures in response to U.S. policies, leading to delays and frustration for travelers. The increased security measures have affected the flow of people and goods. These disagreements, coupled with a growing sense of frustration, have culminated in the current boycott. The situation has reached a boiling point. It is a clear signal that Canada is willing to take a stand against what they perceive as detrimental actions by the United States. The boycott is a bold move in a complex geopolitical landscape. Section 4. Beyond aviation, a ripple effect. The impact of the boycott extends far beyond the aviation industry, touching the lives of countless individuals and businesses. It has created a ripple effect that is being felt across various sectors of both the United States and Canadian economies, causing widespread disruption. Tourism, a major industry for both countries, has been hit particularly hard, with many popular destinations now eerily quiet. The sudden halt in air travel has led to a sharp decline in tourist arrivals, resulting in significant losses for businesses that rely on this sector, from hotels to local shops. Trade between the two countries has also been severely affected, with the flow of goods coming to a near standstill. The boycott has disrupted supply chains and made it more difficult for businesses to transport goods across the border, leading to logistical nightmares. This disruption has led to delays, increased costs, and uncertainty for businesses on both sides, impacting their bottom lines and future planning. Moreover, the boycott has strained relations between people in the two countries, creating emotional and social barriers. The ease of travel between the U.S. and Canada has fostered strong personal and professional ties over the years, which are now under threat. The current situation has made it more difficult for people to connect with loved ones, attend business meetings, and engage in cultural exchanges, forcing many to rely on virtual communication. This separation is creating a sense of distance and frustration among people who once enjoyed easy access to each other's countries, highlighting the profound impact of the boycott on everyday life. Section 5, Numbers Don't Lie, the statistical reality. The economic impact of the boycott is undeniable and far-reaching. The numbers paint a stark and sobering picture of the situation. The U.S. travel industry is projected to lose billions of dollars in revenue due to the boycott, affecting every corner of the sector. The sudden drop in air travel has resulted in a staggering loss of over 100,000 flights per month. This has had a devastating impact on airlines, airports, and businesses that rely heavily on tourism. Moreover, the boycott is jeopardizing nearly 280,000 American jobs, creating a ripple effect across the economy. These jobs are not limited to the aviation industry but extend to various sectors, including hospitality, transportation, and retail, all of which are feeling the strain. The loss of these jobs would have a significant and long-lasting impact on the U.S. economy, affecting countless families and communities. The boycott is also having a significant impact on Canada, where the tourism industry is a vital part of the economy. The Canadian tourism industry is expected to lose billions of dollars in revenue, and thousands of jobs are at risk, mirroring the situation in the U.S. However, the Canadian government seems determined to stand its ground, even in the face of economic hardship, showing resilience and resolve. Section 6, Bridging the Divide, Finding Common Ground. Despite the current impasse, there is hope for a resolution. Both the U.S. and Canadian governments have expressed a willingness to engage in dialogue to find common ground. One potential solution is to address Canada's concerns through diplomacy and negotiation. This approach would involve both sides making concessions and finding mutually agreeable solutions to the issues that have led to the boycott. Another possibility is for the U.S. to reconsider some of the policies that have been met with resistance from Canada. This could involve revisiting trade agreements, strengthening environmental regulations, or addressing security concerns in a way that respects Canada's sovereignty. Ultimately, resolving the situation will require both sides to prioritize cooperation over confrontation. It is essential to remember that the U.S. and Canada share a long history of friendship and collaboration. Section 7. The Long Road Ahead, Hope for the Future. The road ahead is uncertain, but there is hope for a brighter future. The current boycott serves as a wake-up call, highlighting the importance of strong international relations and the need for cooperation to address global challenges. The U.S. and Canada must find a way to move forward together. This will require open communication, a willingness to compromise, and a shared commitment to finding solutions that benefit both countries. The economic and social costs of the boycott are too high to ignore. It is time for both sides to put aside their differences and work towards a common goal, restoring the strong bond that has united these two nations for generations. The world is watching, hoping that the U.S. and Canada can set an example for how to resolve conflicts peacefully and build a more cooperative and prosperous future.